great start. Just
you want me looking ahead or you
can looking around?
Whatever you want.
Okay.
Just a great start. Just assess the round today.
I mean, I got off to a hot start. You know, it's I mean, you stay on that first tee and you're just trying to not hit it right, and try to hit the fairway on the first hole and just kind of plod along. And that was kind of my mindset today, is just plod around the course and stay as committed as possible. But I really got to a great start. Hit a good wedge on 1, made birdie, good par on 2, 3, made a 15-footer, 4, missed a very makeable one, had a good look on 5, you know, 6 par 5, had an easy birdie, and then 7's a drivable hole, and I drove it to 20 feet and hit the worst lag putt you could ever hit down there, 3 feet, and made birdie, and then chipped in on 9. So it was just kind of it was a hot start, but I hit a lot of good shots, and you just kind of, when you catch a run, you just gotta press down the pedal and see what you can get out of it.
Can you just elaborate a bit for us? It's a new golf course, and you mentioned just before that that first tee shot on that first hole is probably the hardest on the golf course. Can you just explain that a little bit more for us?
Well, I mean, for a guy who's I've struggled with my tee ball a little bit over the years, and at times, and when you got so many tee shots where you can just let it go and swing as hard as you want. You know, you start off the first hole and it kind of makes you, you know, puts a little pressure on you. Like, you don't want to mess up the first tee. So it was nice to hit the first fairway. But then the rest of the golf course, it kind of gives you plenty of room off the tee, and the rough's not bad. So it's just kind of swing away.
At this, a season like this, when you kind of have different status for different tournaments, how do you approach kind of staying ready and mapping out your schedule in terms of where you might try to Monday, where you might want to take a week off, where you know you're going to do that?
Well, I mean, this fall I was really pleased. Like, I knew I was going to get in probably 3 events, and I went to Q school, played second stage and finals, and that really helped me. I was trying to get some web status because I didn't have any. With a guy in my category, I'm trying to do whatever I can to create enough tournaments to create momentum throughout the year. And if you're playing the past champion category, you might go 5 weeks without playing a tournament, and it's just hard to keep momentum. And I did that this fall, and that helped me in some of those fall events. And then, fortunately, I played my way into Bay Hill, I played my way into Phoenix, and I've been able to carve out a pretty good schedule so far this year. And I'm on the verge of getting in the next 2 weeks, which would be 4 in a row. So I'm just kind of tickled to just have more tournaments to play in. I started the year thinking I might get in 15. It looks like I'm gonna get in more like 20. So I'm just happy to have starts, and my game's good. So trying to stay aggressive and see what I can make of it.
Are you having like fun out there? How would you describe the vibe, like at this point in your career, playing and competing and going through the process compared to when you were in your 20s and starting off?
Yeah, I mean, it's different. You know, when you're younger, I think you're trying to prove something, but I'm still trying to prove something. You know, I'm still trying to prove I can 44 and I can compete with these guys, and it's getting harder. You know, I play with, you know, Taylor Moore and Alex Smalley today, and two new studs on the PGA Tour, and they hit it far and they hit a lot of quality shots, and you know, everybody's better. But I still have something to prove. I still feel like I can compete. So every week's an opportunity for me to kind of have fun with it and see what I can do.
Did making it through second stage, that just whole experience give you a nice kind of positive vibe that you've been able to take into the rest of the season? Yeah,
I mean, it's, for me, in my stage of the career, it's not exactly what you want to be doing, going back to second stage, but it was a 4-round. I looked at it. I talked to my people and my wife and my agent, and we just felt like going into Bermuda, having a 4-round tournament to play your way into another tournament, you know, you can't lose. So I went to that tournament and I did what I wanted to do. I finished second, and it's just any tournament you play well. I mean, if I go out and beat my 15-year-old son, it gives me confidence. You know, if I go beat, you know, Grayson Sigg or take money off him or Keith Mitchell at home, that gives them confidence just when they beat me. So, you know, winning, you know, feeds itself and gives you confidence. So I'll take anything at this point.
How much inspiration does Jackson give you seeing him compete, knowing that he's in a situation where he can probably compete?
Well, the problem is he's getting better and better, and he keeps hitting it further and further, and I keep hitting it the same distance. So it's just another challenge. I mean, I love watching my kids do anything, especially when they're doing it well. And my son's a great golfer, and I love watching him play and compete, and it brings me great joy. But it's also fun for me to go out there and compete with him.
How far does Jackson drive it compared to you?
He hits it about 20 by me. He hits it as far as the two guys I played with today, so it's humbling.
How old was he when he started out driving you?
Last year.
And you're kind of like...
He's 14, so oh well. Still got to get in the hole.
Exactly.
Good stuff.
All right.
Thanks.